Today, we officially kick off the Jim Harbaugh era with the Los Angeles Chargers with a Week 1 matchup against Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. But before we get into this matchup, we've got to turn back time a little bit and talk about some of the storylines from training camp and the preseason. Now, I know initially I said the plan was to stream some preseason at the end of my offseason episode. At the time, that was my plan for sure, but I had forgotten about some previous commitments I made, so I didn't really have the time to stream it. However, I still had time to watch all 3 of the games and do all the training camp drills and whatnot. So here are the top 5 storylines coming out of training camp and preseason for the Los Angeles Chargers. Coming in at number 5, Justin Herbert is absolutely shining with the new scheme. A player of his caliber, it's not super surprising, but normally there's an adjustment period for new schemes, new coaching staffs, and whatnot, but not so far for Justin Herbert. He was playing nearly perfectly in camp and really a player that looks to take the next step and be an X factor in this league in his 5th season. Coming in at number 4, a potential dud of a free agent class coming for Los Angeles. The offseason strategy for the Chargers was to fill a lot of their defensive needs with veteran players on the free agent market, getting starters like Leonard Williams, Steven Nelson, Ashton Davis, and whatnot. And throughout training camp and the preseason, just not a lot of plays from this free agent group. It wasn't projected to be super impactful, but it certainly left you wanting more in the preseason, especially for a team that's looking to make the playoffs this year. We're going to need more from our veterans if that's going to be the case. At number 3, the wide receiver 3 battle between Josh Palmer and Quentin Johnston was won by Josh Palmer here in the preseason. He just made more plays more consistently, both with the backups and with the starters, tried to give both equal amounts of playing time. That being said, it's not like Quentin Johnston did nothing. He still made his share of plays, and he will be getting some snaps as well. Coming in at number 2, young defenders shining in training camp and the preseason. Talks about maybe the free agent veteran additions not impressing in the preseason, but that was kind of made up for by the fact that these young guys really shine. Starting with JP Williams, he was making plays all over the field, both in the run and in the pass, showing off his athleticism. And the Chargers are really excited about what he could be in his rookie year. Somebody that I think has a really good chance of being a defensive rookie of the year type of player. He was all over the field. Barry Patterson, picked in the 4th round by the Chargers, projects to be somebody that comes in and uses his strength to move people out the line of scrimmage. He was also pretty productive, picking up a couple sacks in preseason. And then Antoine Portis as well. He was actually the first of these 3 players to be selected. The Chargers traded up for him, and maybe not as impactful of a preseason from him, but he still certainly made a couple of plays on the ball and had a good training camp for sure. And then lastly, not a rookie, but still a player that's just 21 years old, Tui Pulotu was perhaps the best pass rusher amongst the starters in all of camp. Coming in at number 1, number 5 overall pick, wide receiver Jerry Dupree was an absolute star in preseason, being taken under the wing of Keenan Allen to help his development and his early on impact. It has been evident early on that Jerry Dupree is going to play a big role here in his first season in Los Angeles. Not only did he have a strong camp, but he was Justin Herbert's favorite target throughout preseason by a wide shot. Now, will he get this heavy of a target share come the regular season? I'm not sure. It could have been Herbert just trying to build that chemistry prior to the regular season, but there were big play after big play after big play made by Jerry Dupree in the preseason, and the hype around him is even higher than it was coming in as the number 5 overall pick, and is capped off by this massive touchdown here against New Orleans. And like I said, it wasn't just good in the preseason. He also had himself a very strong camp. And then a little bit bonus here. I just want you to see this block by Daniel Lopez, just flattening 44 there. Beautiful play. So with that said, we are now ready to look towards the regular season. And we're going to start with some of the upgrades that we got in the preseason. A couple here for Justin Herbert. He gets himself up to a scheme fit here. And of course, got that X Factor development from the training camp drill, which was awesome to see. Jerry Dupree also with an upgrade. He's close to another as well. A productive week 1 could get him his second upgrade already. But he's already looking ready to make an impact, hoping he can continue the momentum that he built up throughout the preseason. J.K. Scott ups his accuracy by a couple here. Rookie Antoine Portis, ready for his first career upgrade. We'll go slot here. +4 awareness is decent. Awareness, an important stat in this style of franchise series. Deshaun Dent, we're going to try to make him a scheme fit. He might never become it because vertical threat and possession almost always upgrade each other. So I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get him to scheme fit, unfortunately, even if we spend literally every upgrade in his entire career on it. Patterson gets his block shedding into the 70s. You'll have to see it. Isaiah Spiller, another guy that I think was pretty strong in preseason, and I think we want to get him some carries at some point. I'm going to set up formation subs to get Spiller and Quentin Johnston some snaps. I haven't done it before week 1, but I'm hoping to get it done before next episode, just because I don't think, Austin Eckler needs 100% of the carries, nor do I think Josh Palmer needs 100% of the wide receiver 3 snaps. I'll figure out a way to do it. Again, should be up and running by next episode. And then here's Everett Garland, one of my UDFA signings, probably the best among them. He's probably going to get some playing time at the third safety spot. So there you have it. Our game plan here against the Carolina Panthers, I think, they were terrible at passing last year. We want to try to keep that rolling this year. We're going to try to stop Bryce Young and his dump offs. And then offensively, I like throw at medium. It's pretty good there, but we'll run inside. I like it just a little bit more. Hoping to play with a lead today. And then our keys, we're going to go offense. I think this will be an offensive focused team. And then I'm going to go with the run game here as our focus, just because if you do it, you get a boost to your offensive line. And I love getting offensive line boosts. And with that, we are officially ready to kick off the 2024 regular season with our Chargers. And defense will be coming out first. Nice job defending that kickoff. Bryce Young in his second season, ready to take his first snaps. Still has very good traits, both ideal under pressure and decision making. So despite a rough rookie year, I think he still's got a chance to be very good here in this franchise, and he gets things going there with Greg Dortch. Chuba Hubbard with a carry, just going to gain 1. Eric Kendricks fill in the hole. Second down. Bryce Young has time, and it's towards Jonathan Mingo, but Steven Nelson able to break it up, bringing up third down. Bryce evading to his left and just throwing it away. Good coverage on the back end there. And the defense gets the stop after allowing just one first down. That'll bring out the offense. Justin Herbert, very strong in camp and the preseason. Can he carry that forward? I liked what I saw from this offense quite a lot. Our first play from scrimmage is going to be a loss of 2, with Austin Eckler getting the carry. But we go on 3rd and 12 to Keenan Allen up to the 40-yard line, the first completion of the season. For 20 yards, these two have connected quite a few times throughout Herbert's young career, and we hope they connect quite a few times more. Eckler's first catch goes for 6. Second down. There's the first NFL catch for preseason star Jerry Dupree. It goes for 6 in the first. Play action. Keenan Allen's got it. He makes one man miss and then makes another. Beautiful play after the catch by Keenan Allen. Wow. The vet still has got a lot of juice, and he's showing it off here in week 1. Eckler to the edge. First down and more. Much more successful than his first rushing attempt. Ian Thomas lined up at fullback here for 1st and 10 from the 11. Herbert on the check down finds Austin Eckler. Solid gain of 6. From the 5 to give to Eckler. Nothing doing there. Brian Burns going to bring him down for a loss. Now it's 3rd and 7. Herbert from the gun goes to Keenan Allen for the 3rd time this drive, but it is just short of the sticks. 4th and 1. But the Chargers are staying on the field. They will not bring out the field goal units. Being aggressive. Play action. Herbert just throws it behind Jerry Dupree. If you lead him there, I think you've got a touchdown. Instead, Carolina takes over from the 1. Getting a little bit of breathing room there with the 8-yard run from Chuba Hubbard. 2nd and 2 now. Hendricks had a shot at him, but just ran right by him. Instead, it's an explosive play for the Panthers. Bryce Young protected well, and he throws a pick. It's Asante Samuel Jr. making the play for the defense. He is in his contract year, and plays like that are certainly going to get him paid by these Chargers. We definitely can't afford to lose corner depth, and when you have a good one in Asante Samuel Jr., you got to keep him here. So that's going to be one of our biggest priorities here of the season. Herbert throws it towards Keenan Allen, and it is not in for a touchdown. I thought for sure he had gotten in. Instead, it's down to the 1. Keenan Allen. What a first quarter for him. 4 catches. And what's got to be like 80 yards. And that leads to the Austin Eckler touchdown from the 1-yard line. The first of the season for LA. Bryce Young. Perfect pocket there. Created by his offensive line. And he gets it to Jonnu Smith, who the Panthers signed in free agency. Young, loading up, just fires it out of bounds. The pressure there created the inaccurate throw. Under 2 minutes remain in the first quarter. Bryce Young sees a gap in the pass rush and takes it for 14 yards to the 46-yard line. Under center. Play action. Young going deep, and it is caught in traffic. Jonathan Mingo beats Steven Nelson for a massive Carolina gain. Now, Chuba Hubbard out of the backfield takes it to the 6. Diving play by J.P. Williams. Perhaps saved the touchdown. Chuba stiff arms Leonard Williams, but the help defense is right there. Just a gain of 1. A pitch. Hubbard another carry. This time it's Eric Kendricks. He's played the run nicely for the most part, except for that one Massive whiff inside the 10. Young, no good. Trying to find his man, Steven Nelson, on the defense, and the Chargers will force the field goal. LA back with it. Herbert has time and has Keenan Allen for his 5th catch already, and it's a big one once more. Wow, Keenan Allen. What a start to this game. Just cannot be stopped, and for some reason, I got this glitchy replay bug. I would end up restarting my game to fix it, but not until just before halftime. Herbert finds Dupree downfield, his first big catch. Gets us into the red zone. Give to Eckler. He's got a big hole. Gets inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. Great blocking there. Sprung him free. First and goal. Herbert to the flat. It's Keenan Allen. Already his 6th catch. Austin Eckler gets the carry. Trying to get touchdown number 2. And that is exactly what he does. Pair of rushing touchdowns here. All 3 drives have gotten at least down to the 1-yard line. One time we got stopped. 2 touchdowns. A lot of success here in the first half of this game offensively. J.P. Williams nearly had a big-time TFL, but still slowed down Hubbard enough for the reinforcements to come and just keep it to a gain of 1. Adam Thielen, what's going on? He breaks a tackle. How are we going to allow a big touchdown from Adam Thielen? An 80-yard score? This man's closer to retirement than he is his prime. How are we allowing this? Derwin James just takes a terrible angle. Asante Samuel can't tackle him, and then Steven Nelson's about as slow as he is, so he can't catch up. 14-10 is the score here. Jerry Dupree downfield. A big play for Los Angeles. 12 of 14 for 179 yards. For Herbert, he has been dealing today. And a lot of it's been to that guy right there. 9 more yards for Keenan Allen. Well over 100 yards in this first half. Eckler going to pick up the first on that carry. 8 for 32 today, but has the 2 scores. Eckler, another gain of 4 there. Herbert, dropped by Dupree. A rare mistake in the young career of Jerry Dupree, but the Chargers will not go for the field goal, making this a 7-point game. They're going to keep the offense out there, and it's picked off. Justin Herbert, not sure what he saw there. Manuel Mosley read that one all the way, and that's the first interception of the year. Justin Herbert ultimately helps our field position a little bit if we weren't going to complete that 4th down conversion. But you obviously don't love having the interception on Herbert's stat sheet. Young dumps it off to Jonnu Smith. That'll gain 9. 3.5 remain here in the first half. Chuba Hubbard gets some nice blocking to get him past midfield. Some physical running to gain a few extra yards there. Here he gets another carry. This time the defense holds up. Ashton Davis with some great tackling. That'll bring up 3rd down after the 2-minute warning. Young gonna get sacked by Tuli Tuipulotu, but of course the timeout ruins any chance to celebrate it. But a great play, just bulldozing Ekwonu there from Tuli Tuipulotu. A lot expected of him in his 2nd year. Deshaun Dent there with his first career catch. Going for a first down and a perfect pass from Justin Herbert. There was not a lot of separation there, but he hit Jerry Dupree right in the numbers. Short dump off here for Keenan Allen. And no timeout, so the Chargers are down to 20 seconds here. If you can tell the different in coloration, this is when I restarted my game to see if I could fix the the glitchy replays, and it did work, as we'll end off the half with a field goal. I don't know why the field suddenly has like this bluer tint than before the restart, but hey, that's what we got here. At halftime around the division, we see rookie quarterback Paul Geezy in our division, 10 of 11 in his first half as a pro. And elsewhere in the division, the Chiefs have picked up their first win of the season. Patrick Mahomes throws for a pair of touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco runs for 2 more. Mahomes only has 3 incomplete passes. So the Chiefs are obviously going to be one of the biggest problems for us in this series. And they're off to a good start on the season. Our offense also off to a pretty good start here, as that is an absolute dart for Jerry Dupree from Justin Herbert. I got to see that one again. I mean, there was not much space there. That is a lot of confidence to have in your rookie receiver playing his first ever career game to be able to throw that. Eckler will gain just a couple. Here bringing up 3rd and 4 from the 45-yard line. Herbert, forced to evade, lofts it, really for no one. Did not have nearly the power he needed to find his intended target, which I believe was Jerry Dupree. Young, evading and throwing. He's got Adam Thielen. I was going to say not a great play on the ball by the defensive back, but that was Tuli Tuipulotu. Of course not a great play on the ball. What's he doing down there? 2nd and 5. It's after the 5-yard carry from Chuba Hubbard. Now Carolina goes play action. It's a deep ball broken up by Ashton Davis. He's having a solid game here for us. Bryce Young. Incomplete for Adam Thielen. Broken up by Derwin James. Haven't been able to call his name as much as I would like to, given his talents. Big hole for Austin Eckler to start the drive. Oh man, I thought he was going to break that one for a second, but still a massive gain there for Eckler. Herbert throws it to Eckler this time. Gain of 8. Under center for 2nd down. It's another give. And another big gain here. Couldn't quite get past the second line of defense there. 2nd and 9. Herbert. He's rolling right into a sack there. Kiki was waiting for him, but Herbert kind of made that one easy. 3rd and 16. Going to go for a screen here. And it goes absolutely nowhere. Not sure if a tight end screen on 3rd and 16 is exactly what you want to do. We're going to be forced to punt. Young going deep. He's got Adam Thielen again. How are we going to get burnt by Adam Thielen twice in a game? What's this man's speed? 86? And he's got 2 50-plus yard, well over 50-yard touchdowns in this game? Like an 80 and a 70? How is this happening? This does not bode well for our defense if we can't stop explosive plays of Bryce Young and Adam Thielen connecting, man. Can you imagine having to play the Chiefs? Big time catch there from Jerry Dupree. Now that this game's all tied up all of a sudden, face mask gonna tack on 15 more. Herbie Joseph, the guilty party. Herbert, quick check down to Keenan Allen. He's slowing down a bit after what was one of the most explosive first quarters I've ever seen from a wide receiver in CPU versus CPU, but he obviously wasn't going to be able to keep that pace going no matter what we did. Herbert finds Ian Thomas his first target today, though that's not necessarily a surprise with how much we've been going to Dupree and Keenan Allen. Now Deshaun Dent starting to get a little bit more involved in the game too, which I certainly don't mind. Ian Thomas on 3rd and 1. He's gotten 2 targets today, both coming here in the red zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Eckler trying to go for a hat trick, and he gets it. 3 rushing touchdowns for Austin Eckler today. And what a start for this offense. I mean, you think we were 1 yard away from having 31 points right now? That's pretty impressive. We also went for it when we could have had 3. I mean, this offense has been moving down the field with regularity. But defensively, not been super silky here, as we're going to allow a big-time run from Chuba Hubbard down to the 39-yard line. Hayden Hurst shaking up on the play. Pistol formation for Bryce. Pass protection been holding up pretty well for the most part today. They'll gain 5 as we've got Joey Bosa in coverage. That's my one complaint about the 3-4 in Madden. It has these edge rushers in coverage far too often. We've seen Tuipulotu get burned downfield. Bosa was just in the flat there, but still, why not have your superstar edge rusher, I don't know, rush the passer? Didn't want to change to a 4-3 just because the Chargers are, you know, a 3-4, but later on in this franchise, I might change to it just because I really don't like having edge rushers drop into coverage. The problem with the 4-3 is that you have your outside linebackers wanting to be paid like edge rushers. Neither defense is perfect in Madden, but I'd rather have to overpay some outside linebackers or just have them on rookie contracts than have my edge rushers drop into coverage. Great play by J.P. Williams, by the way. I was off on a little tangent there to force 4th down, but Carolina's going for it. And it's picked! Everett Garland, the undrafted safety, getting some snaps here in week 1 as our dime safety. He gets the pick on 4th and 5. What a play. Making your mark early here in the franchise as an undrafted free agent. Eckler not going anywhere on this rush attempt. 2nd and 10. Now we'll go to the air. Jerry Dupree open in the flat. He'll gain 8. He's had himself a very strong week 1 as well. Eckler will pick up the first here. Up to 73 yards on the day. Of course, has his 3 touchdowns as well. Here he picks up Shaq Leonard on the blitz quite nicely. Great pass protection. Giving Herbert time to feed Keenan Allen once more. Herbert downfield finds Deshaun Dent. He certainly heated up a ton here in the second half. We're down to 5 minutes left here in the game. A touchdown on this drive would go a long way towards securing a victory. I'd also like to get Herbert's first passing touchdown of the season, if we could help it. Here he's got Dupree fighting through some tackles to get a few more yards. Herbert going to his left. He's going to take a sack. Didn't like what he was seeing there. Downfield and tried to extend, but just did not work out for him. This one's dropped by Deshaun Dent, bringing up 3rd and 19. We do not want to take a sack here. We're in field goal range, I think. Maybe we need a few yards. Herbert evading, throwing towards the end zone, and is picked off for the 2nd time today. I mean, 90% of today, Herbert has been absolutely dealing out of his mind, looking great. But there's a good chance he ends this game with 0 touchdowns and 2 picks. He's just had a couple of questionable decisions on what has otherwise been an absolutely awesome week 1 for him. Bryce Young certainly has had some great moments in this game as well. Here he's just going to have to throw it away. Pressure mounting. 2nd and 10, 2.5 in the game. Young goes for the dump off. That could lead us to the 2-minute warning, and it will. 3rd and 6. Young has a man, that's Mingo. Able to beat Steven Nelson on the play. Young, underneath, incomplete. Everett Garland showing up once more. Second down. Young. Looks like there's might be a hold on the play there. We'll see what that flag is, and that's exactly what we're gonna get. That'll back up Carolina. 2nd and 20 now. Young, incomplete. Garland, what a fourth quarter for this kid, huh? Making a mark in his NFL debut. He wasn't even somebody I previewed as one of the young defenders that has shined, but he's perhaps shined more than anyone. Especially here in the fourth, of course. Chargers defense gets the stop, but the offense ends up going 3 and out. That's going to give Bryce Young one more chance here. 40 seconds remain. 42 to be exact, as he throws it away on first down. Young, feeling some pressure. He's going to have to take off. That'll gain 9, but it's going to take a lot of time off the clock. Down to 20 seconds. 19 when they could get the snap off. Young going to take the sack from Barry Patterson, and it's going to end the game. The rookie defenders playing lights out down the stretch defensively as well. Ultimately won this game for the Chargers. A lot of good on offense as well. Just a couple of turnovers, and one turnover on down at the 1 is what I think ultimately nerfed our score. I think this is easily, on a down-to-down basis, a 30-plus point caliber game offensively. We just made some mistakes. Herbert played a lot better than that. 0 touchdowns, 2 interception would indicate. I think we just happened to score via the run every time we got down there, which is fine by me. 10 catches for 136 yards for Keenan Allen. 9 catches for 133 for Jerry Dupree. Deshaun Dent ends up with 8 catches. These 3 were easily the main targets for Herbert today, and they played awesome. Few guys with TFLs, nobody with multiple. Tuli Tuipulotu and Patterson, each with sacks. Samuel and Garland, each with picks. So let's get into some post-game upgrading here. Starting with Zion Johnson. Pretty good upgrade there for him, I must say. Jerry Dupree, like I stated, he was maybe a productive game away from getting an upgrade, and he was certainly productive. There's no doubt about that. Gets 2 more to deep route, so he's gotten +4 deep route already, which is pretty nice. He's certainly a guy that we're going to be targeting deep often here. Asante Samuel Jr. gets that scheme fit with +2 awareness, +2 to man coverage, getting him into those nice deep greens in his man coverage rating. Key to victory today, we did not quite run for 150 yards. So our offensive line won't get 4,500 XP, unfortunately. But on the flip side, the entire team's going to get 1,000. It's hard to say, honestly, which I would take among the two. Between the two, it kind of just depends on how many young offensive linemen we're trying to develop we have, probably. But that's all I've got for the Week 1 episode. We'll be back continuing the 2024 season soon, and I will see you then.